Love is a beautiful thing from God. Hello, hello.
Hi guys!
Hi.
You're back again with the part 2 of our interracial couple video, and last time we started talking about the things that we found different, and we are continuing with part 2 today. And I'll give my husband the platform to just start talking about maybe culture, the African culture that was new to him, and then we kind of had to go through it.
Yeah, of course, the whole culture was new to me because me for that time I've never been to Africa. I just been to Egypt. I mean, you can't
You can't compare
compare.
Egypt.
Yeah, I was searching for that word.
Yeah.
You can't compare Egypt with Africa like Kenya. And so I was just telling I was on the African continent, but I haven't been to real Africa. So what was new for me is when she was telling me, when we were already planning to get married, she was telling me like some things about her cultural, how they do weddings in Kenya, especially in their culture, because Kenya has also many different tribes and they do different stuff. And she's from the Luo tribes, so they have this like bride price, and this was new for me, bride price. And especially in form of cows. So this was for me. So I had to bring like real cows. I remember I was asking her many times, like, is it? Do you mean it? Like real cows? And she was like, yeah, of course. And you have to bring real cows, but like for the dad. And then when I give the cows to the dad, this is like the traditional way that. Now he's given his daughter in my I would say
in your hands,
in my hands, right. And for the mom gets money, this was something new for me, because the way was used to weddings was like the people who are coming, they're bringing like gifts, they bring money for you to start your life, but here it was the other way around. You come, you marry, and you bring also money and gifts and so on. So this was new for me, and every time when I told this to my friends or to my family, I had to repeat it several times. I was like, I'm not joking. This is the real thing. I have to bring cows. This is not a joke. So, because they were looking at me like, what are you talking about? So this was something new for me, and then also that you are in Kenya. You're marrying like the traditional way. There's not like here in Germany. You have your civil wedding and then your white wedding and then you're done. But you have also your traditional wedding, and how the traditional wedding is going on with the speeches. The people come and speak to you and introduce themselves and talk about like relationship to you or to your wife, and then comes the traditional part with the bride price and then also the food and so on. It was new, but it was also interesting to get to know something new, to get to know new traditions, new culture. It was fun.
But normally you do that first before you even get to the white wedding. But we talked to our parents because we are in Germany, and so if we were to fly to Kenya, do the traditional wedding, come back again for the white wedding, go back to Kenya for the honeymoon, that would be a lot of money. A lot of money.
We planned it like this, so we can do the traditional wedding and put the honeymoon on behind, like on top, so we can spend time in Kenya, and because we planned already to go to Kenya for a honeymoon, and this would be, like she said, a lot of money.
So that actually saved we thank our parents, because normally some parents would say, no, you have to do the traditional wedding first, because it comes actually first before it's the part now you're actually going to ask officially for the hand in marriage you have. But our parents, they just say, hey, if this is going to save you money, then just let's go the same way. And they also didn't have a lot of demands for him. They just say, just bring what you can afford, and that really helped us, because it was a blessing. Because if they were to demand 20 cows outside. The cows are actually expensive, and maybe one you get for 200 euros, 200 and something euros. If they were to put like a limit, this is what you're bringing us, it would, some of these traditional weddings actually make people start their life broke, because you're trying to give according to the people's expectations. But our parents, they just do according to your pockets, and we thank God for that. And I thank God also that he respected that, even though that was something strange to him. He still respected that and went to Kenya and did all these things. I remember how you were nervous. You didn't know what was going to happen. It's just there. And then at the traditional wedding, actually, I had to go away. So you were left with Brian. You were left with Brian. So you're there. You don't know what you're going to expect. Everything is new to you. You're in Kenya for the first time. So he's a very patient person too, and he went through that. I remember peeping through the window to see where my husband yes. He was looking so nice. I was like, I will just go outside and say, baby, I'm here. But then you can't. You have to wait for, officially to go outside. So that is something that was new to him. And
sorry to interrupt you. You were talking about that this bride price and bringing the cows would be like the official asking of your hand in marriage.
Yeah.
So because of the fact that we did it the other way around, first we had the white wedding and then the traditional wedding. The official asking my dad-in-law for her hand in marriage was on the phone. We just called, and then there was a video call, right?
It's a video call.
It was a video call, and then I saw her dad and her mom were sitting together, and then this was like my official part to ask them for her daughter's hand in marriage. So we did it on the phone, and then we did the white wedding. We had her parents and her family also here. You can watch the videos. We link them in the description and also in the here above in the info box. You can watch the videos there, where we explain how we planned our white wedding, and then we went for the traditional wedding in Kenya.
And so that plus other cultural stuff that comes along with it, because in my culture, you can't spend the night with your husband in your mama's house, in your parents' house. So his place was the sitting room. His place is the sitting room. Above them, he's not going to the kitchen doing stuff. No, that was like, traditionally your place as an in-law, son-in-law is in the sitting room, and you get served, they're treated like prince, they get served, they get treated so nicely. But then we spent the night in a hotel. In their culture, if we go and visit the parents, it's actually the other way around. They said if we don't spend the night at their place, it's kind of like
disrespect.
It shows disrespect if
so
you don't.
If we would go, for example, to visit my parents, and would be sleeping in a hotel, this would be
that
like
will make them sad.
That will make them sad. It would be a kind of disrespect to them. So it's funny it's also interesting to see how different cultures are. Like how we do it, they do it like just the opposite way. You can't do what you were always like how you were raised up. The things that you used to do, you can't do it in this culture, because this is another type of thinking. And
so what helps is just doing a lot of talking and asking before, so that you don't cross the borders, you don't make people disappointed. And so we ask a lot, we talk a lot about these things so openly. And so we go I remember in our traditional wedding, we are out there, we had like beautiful decors, and then someone just comes, someone who is supposed to be a distant relative that I don't actually know about. Those relatives that you've never seen them. Okay, that kind of relative will be in your traditional wedding and will be giving rules. So it'll be like, according to our tradition, you're not supposed to be eating outside with the guests. I have to go inside with him, and I have to serve him chicken. Something chickens. And I was like, but we are here with our guests. It's nice to sit outside with everyone. No, that is not according to our tradition. You have to go out inside to eat. And I was like, you know what, baby? Let's just have fun. Let's go inside. Let's eat. And, so long as we eat, we come back. you know, we just decided, okay, let's just respect them. It's just one day and then we're done with this, you know. So you get, for the traditional wedding, you actually have to protect also your partners, because you actually get people who try to have a say where you don't even know them that close. They want to have a say in your wedding, you know. And I was protecting him a lot. I hear discussion in the Luo. If it's something that is going to make him uncomfortable, I don't translate. If I can protect him, I get to protect him on that, you know, but without translating, without anything. So I made sure.
Secrets.
Yes.
Good to know.
I actually protected him in that. I never told him, you know, stuff that are going to make him uncomfortable or something. You have to defend your partner. You have to be there for them, because people are going to use that opportunity. There are people who, when they see a white person, they see money. We were kind enough to give people money who just came to the wedding without having, you know, the bus fare, and give the money, but just to make the story, you know, to clear up the things. But you get such stuff in your wedding. So if you can take a huge part of it so that you can protect your partner, that is what I was doing. I was like, he's not going to hear about this. He's not going to, you know, I'm not translating this, you know. Or someone just, when people are giving speeches, you know, someone just says something like, you know, that doesn't make any sense. I don't translate, you know, I don't translate. So you just go through the occasion, and after that one day you are done. I think another thing that is also different in our cultures is the dressing, you know, the dressing part. In the African culture, not even all, I won't even say African culture, in my home, how I'm raised up, I've been raised up to, you have to dress modestly, you have to, you know, you have to cover yourself up. And there's some things that I would not, you know, I would not do in front of my parents. Like, you want to wear really short stuff in front of your parents. I would not go with my parents in a holiday and wear a bikini, for instance, and just walk around. For it's disrespectful, you know, to them, because they're like, why are you walking naked before us, you know? To the Western culture, it's actually okay. Like, we are in the beach, we are swimming, you have to wear your swim suit. And so it's just okay. At home sometimes I'll be like, but baby, this is too short. But I'm like, but I'm your husband. Like, this is too short, this is so tight. So, you know, you kind of look at yourself, but then you remember, but you're married, but this is your husband, you know. He sees you like with your natural suit anyways. So, yeah. But it took me a while to just, you know, kind of just dress up for my husband, to, you know, just to dress up for my husband. The things that I would find like, but this one looks immodest, my husband finds it nice. You know, I was sort of like, you look good, you know. So that was kind of a bit of a challenge. And today we were talking about it, and like I was saying, if I were to go to a holiday with them and have to see like my parents-in-laws also bikini things, I will be so ashamed. But I would just struggle to go through that situation. But I will be so ashamed. I was so ashamed. I don't even know whether I'll enjoy that holiday or something. But it will be, because I'm not just raised in that way, you know. I'm raised that you have to cover yourself up. And where for me, my parents-in-law, those are people I respect, you know. Those are people I respect. And I also don't want them to see me in my bikini. So in case that happens, that we go for a holiday where, you know, you're in the beach, then I have to look for a bikini, which is not even a bikini dress that is so modest that I can walk around, that I feel comfortable with, you know, so that I just don't show myself like that. That is part of my culture, which is just different, or that part of how I was raised up, which is actually different than how you were raised up.
Yeah, and even when we were talking, she was telling me that even, for example, when when her parents would see me with just maybe trousers or shorts and without anything, without a shirt here, this would be already like they would think that I'm naked, because this is you don't do it in their culture. For me, but for me it's normal. Yeah, when I walk around the house like this, and even when my parents are there, yes.
Yeah. Just know that we have differences when it comes to dressing, when it comes to, you know, what is termed as naked, what is or we don't term as naked. So what might be naked to me is not what is naked, you know, what is naked before them. So modesty is a topic that You know, it depends on how you were raised up. It depends on, so you just weigh the circumstances, you pray about it, and then God will just lead you in everything. So make sure you don't miss the part 3, because this is getting interesting. This is this is getting interesting. We can talk and talk and talk, but the most important thing, communicate, talk, you know. Talking about things might be so embarrassing sometimes, you know, but it's the best thing to do, you know. We speak about things so openly, and we speak a lot about things, and that is what helps us. And we have to talk a lot so that we can avoid conflicts, you know, in the relationship. The better, the more you talk, you know, the lesser the conflicts are going to be, because you know what makes your partner uncomfortable. I know what makes him uncomfortable. He knows what makes me uncomfortable, and then you just find a way of going about it, because at the end of the day, you want your partner to be comfortable and not to make them in a situation that they feel sad, you know. Christian interracial couples, we're just like any other couple out there, you know. The only difference we have is that God is the foundation of our relationship, and that is what makes us, you know, what makes us different is God is the foundation. So even if our cultural stuff get like, this is getting too complicated, we say, baby, what is the Bible saying? What is God telling us about this, you know? Then we are okay. So we hope we blessed you with this video. Till next time on Thursday, part 3, we are going to release them one after the other, and to bless you and to help you also with your relationships. And if you're not in one, we're praying for you, so that one day you can also remember these conversations and have some things that can actually help you.
And don't forget, if you have questions, write them down in the comments. For those who are new to this channel, if you like our content, just subscribe and belong to this family, and we will continue to try to bless you with our content and try to give you more information. And we hope you enjoy the videos, this video, the other videos. Like the videos, share them with other people.
Yeah, so see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.